Courage.
What do you think Caruncle means?
And it's Buzzkill time.
Welcome to another episode of Velocity Chaos!
Coming to you at the speed of sound, we are on the air at the Hexapod Soundhouse in Cleveland, Ohio. My name is Nick, and I am joined by my amazing co-host, Luke.
Well, hello there, everyone out there in the world. I just want you to be introduced to DJ. What's next?
I don't know. What is next? No, I'm just kidding. I'm glad you guys have me on today. I'm excited to go today.
Thank you for being here. And Nick, what's next?
What's next? We got some, don't quote me on this, we're going to talk about some quotes. We're going to do a segment of Buzzkill in the middle of the show, and then we're going to wrap it all up with What Do You Think It Means? Hosted by Luke himself. Guys, just a reminder to our returning listeners and a note for our new friends here at the Velocity Chaos podcast. We explore the highest heights of human knowledge and the lowest depths of crude humor. Our mission is to tickle that pink thing between your ears, poke that frontal lobe, and sometimes just smash the laugh box. So hop in, buckle up for an infotainment ride across the airwaves.
And before we get into all that, a reminder to follow us on Instagram at Velocity Chaos Pod, on Facebook, and on Twitter at Velocity Chaos P. Also, drop us some stars on Apple Podcasts, some love on Spotify, toss us a sub on the YouTube for crying out loud. And thank you, as always, for your support.
All right. We're going to get warmed up here with a quick word association game. Make the connection. DJ, what's next? Can you hit us with those D6s?
All right, we're coming at you with a roll. Ooh, we got a 1 and a 2, which we know is 3.
Okay.
Wow, okay. Toy.
So 3 turns, 3 words to connect what to what.
I'd like you to make the connection between billiards and cassette tapes.
All right.
Got this.
All right, I'm going to give you the first word, Luke, and then you go from there. Billiards.
Pool hall.
I know you're leading me somewhere. Pool hall.
Oh, that's a good one.
Pool hall.
We're there.
I'm going to mess this up. Pool hall. Jukebox.
Yeah, cassette tapes.
All right.
Yeah, anything music related? Yeah, we're there.
It's a metric jukebox.
Pool hall. Music man. Cassette tapes. All right, cool. We're warmed up. We feel good. We're in it. We're focused. We're dialed in. Somewhere, somehow, somebody would be better than us in that case, but that's okay. Today, we're going to do Don't Quote Me on This, quick segment where we talk about some amazing quotes that exist out there in the world. I'm not going to tell you who said these. I'm going to try this time. We're going to go through just 1 or 2 of them, then we'll reveal who it is, and we'll just chat away, okay?
Okay.
First quote that I want to read to you guys. Without courage, we cannot practice any other virtue with consistency. We can't be kind, true, merciful, generous, or honest.
Whoo, that's heavy. I guess it takes courage. What's that? There's a prayer. It's like, bless me to change the things I cannot, accept the things I cannot change the things I can, and the courage to know the difference. Something like that. Or wisdom.
Yeah.
Something like that.
No, I get it. Courage is important.
Yeah.
I thought this was really cool because it's really like the key that unlocks the door to the other stuff, right? And in daily practical life, I keep finding that I feel like people who have anxiety and have fear in them are the ones who typically react with angst or anger towards others because there's something that they think might not go their way or might not go the right way for the group or the organization or the company. But I think courage allows you to say, whatever happens tomorrow, but today this is what we got to do. And the first thing is to at least be cordial or to be patient or to be all the other things listed here. True, kind, merciful. Merciful is huge in today's day and age. We are not a merciful culture. People are getting burned left and right just for one mistake or a mistake from the past. And I'm not saying there can't be accountability, but I really truly believe that we have to be courageous enough as a society to let people grow from their mistakes, because there's a lot of people who don't want to grow from their mistakes. Those are the people we need to focus on. The people who have a chance to change, they deserve some of this other stuff. Generosity, honesty.
Yeah. That's incredibly, I guess, eye-opening for myself here, as I don't think I'm a courageous person. I'm more ambivalent to like something like, oh, that guy's getting mugged. Sucks. Like just if I was courageous, I could practice, being generous and kind and I was like, whatever. Just a lot of stuff. Like I see a lot of stuff wrong that probably I could do something, but it's like, it's not part of my day. And I feel a lot of people don't have that courage to actually do something or say something in a situation where it probably, it's uncomfortable to do so. Yeah. But if you truly want to make the world better and people around you, it's going to be uncomfortable, but to do those, you have to be courageous and step in some situations.
Right. I don't think you even have to take it to that far of an extreme of, step in on the mugging necessarily. I think courage comes in the form of just having conviction about your qualities of life. I mean, how easy is it to fall into the tropes of, or just to bond with somebody over one negativity or be it, I have a belief like I don't want to call somebody stupid today. Like that takes courage to just not give in to that. So on a minor front, it's an internal courage thing. I think that's where you could apply it at any point in your life. Yeah. That's what I take away.
I like that. I think I align a little bit more with you that the daily courage, we're not all going to see muggings. I watched the movie All Quiet on the Western Front, which is about World War I, and it's this really brutal look at it. And I couldn't imagine in one lifetime seeing that amount of death, let alone at 18 years old, 20 years old, and within the span of months, just people next to you left and right just getting obliterated and then surviving that.
Yeah.
So courage doesn't always have to be earning a medal, but in your daily life, like I think you said, DJ, that's where I think this applies. Do you think you want to cultivate more courage, or do you think it's, that little epiphany that you shared with us? I don't think I'm a courageous person.
It's definitely something that I have been thinking about more recently. It's more accountability. I'm very good at pushing off responsibility. So it's just, being, I guess, courageous enough in my own endeavors of life just to be like, hey, I'm going to do that. Like, even like with my wife or something, like I'm going to do something to help her make her day better or something. Like just small things of making me a better person that can help the people around me. It's just taking those steps and accountability, really, I guess.
Yeah. I've actually noticed that you've been a little more overt with your opinion, and I hate it. No.
I know, that's why I keep my mouth shut most of the time.
No, in reality, I think as your friend, being a friend with you for a long time, with him, I have no problem getting his opinion out of it. In fact, I don't have to ask for it most of the time. But I actually think...
What's next?
What's next? It's a joke. I'm being funny about this. I think it's really important for friends to find that courage, because when you're working together on something and you can learn to be courageous together, you're not offended by what they say. You take it with a grain of salt. You know that deep down inside you've built a foundation of like friendship that and working together on something, that these little opinions or these little jockeying for things is only making whatever you're doing better. And I've thought about that a lot over the last couple of months. So I just wanted you to know that I noticed it, and I like this part of you. I'm really proud of you, and you're inspiring me to continue on my path with that as well.
And the same, yeah. It's like I think it's definitely a two-way street where it's like we're putting in a lot of time into this, and it's like I know we all want the best, and it's gonna the effort is gonna be worth it.
Yeah, I agree. I want to follow that up. I'm going to skip around. I have 5 quotes in here, but like this one actually I think is a good follow-up to what we were just talking about. And it's each of us, famous or infamous, is a role model for somebody. And if we aren't, we should behave as though we are. Cheerful, kind, loving, courteous, because you can be sure someone is watching and taking deliberate and diligent notes. I think that's exactly what you were talking about.
Yes. Yeah. Because I mean, Michelle and I would like to have kids sometime. We're not having no news right now. We're not.
Whoa, on the air!
Yeah.
Look out, man.
Yeah, nothing soon. But I was thinking, like,
what's next?
Yeah. Yeah. No, but like, I respect the hell out of my dad, and I know all the stuff that he's done, for our family, and my mom too. Like, but just to have those qualities, I feel like I'm lacking in some of those departments. I skated through a lot of life, and I need to, own up and have, be loving and kind and courteous and cheerful, and, be able to right the ship when it's wrong, and carry and lift everyone up. And so that's kind of where it's been coming from. It's like, I need to step up, and, I'm married now, and got to be the head of a household. And
Yeah.
take care of business.
It's funny, man. My mother runs a daycare, and it's hilarious. I've been around kids for a long time, just in and out of the house, things like that. Or when I was living with my parents, and she would always, how everyone like puts, hey, like you gotta use your big boy voice. There's kids around here, you can't repeat. It's hilarious how like you could say the silliest thing. You'd be talking about the stock market, and then all of a sudden somebody comes in and be like, yeah, stock market. And you're like, what? like you said, you never know. Like she's like, see, they will repeat everything. And I mean, like, but apply that to you're being a grown man. Like you said, if you're working in an area where you're training somebody, or I work in an environment all the time where I have multiple coworkers, people I'm training, new workers I'm working with, or people who are new to a business. And I mean, you could do the silliest thing, like I'll mess around on the walkie-talkie. 2 seconds later, I got new ones. The new guys messing around on the walkie-talkie. I was like, you haven't earned it yet.
Get out.
But that's because they're following what we're doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You never know.
That's a really good point in the workplace. Being a leader, being courageous. I'm finding when you're in high school and you're in college, there's people teaching you, there's people mentoring you, and so you always think there's going to be somebody there to tell you what's right or what's the best thing to do in a circumstance, or just have more expertise with you. And like there's always somebody who's going to know more than you and have more expertise than you, but they might not be in the room when that thing needs to be decided. And I'm finding in a lot of different circles, in a lot of different professions, it's not just entertainment, it's not just pest control, it's not anything. It's sometimes you have to be the one to choose. You have to be the one to say, I think this is what we need to do, or this is what we're going to do. And it takes a lot of courage to do that without being like, shut up, listen to me, I'm the boss, I'm in charge. But doing it from a place of calmness. I mean, the words used here, cheerful. I'm a huge culprit of this. I'll be like, I think we should do this, but I'm pissed for some reason because somebody asked me a reasonable question, and I just need to go, I need to be brave enough to be, I think we really need to do this. I appreciate you bringing that to my attention, or I have no bandwidth right now. I'll come back to it in a little bit. Being cheerful is like the lubricant to so many good opportunities in the workplace, because if people are afraid, they'll stop bringing the ideas.
Yep.
And you have to be courageous enough to get over yourself in those ways. I'm so bad at that.
Yeah, definitely. Because you'd be in a situation, someone comes like, I got a great idea. I'm going to come up to my boss or bring it up in the meeting. They get shut down right away. Okay, maybe they'll try again, but chances are they won't.
Yeah.
And what if they have a brilliant idea that's going to solve all the problems that we're having right now, and now you shut them down? They're probably looking on Indeed or somewhere like for another job, to be honest.
That's a hard one too. Like, I mean, just to have a gut reaction, to be able to like control that instantaneous, like you said, you're having a bad day, or even if you're not having a bad day, it's not their fault.
Right.
They're just bringing something to your attention, or you're getting caught off guard, and that's a hard thing that's that zen you need to like control and just.
That's a perfect segue. Yeah. DJ, what's next? You knew what's next. Another quote ties in perfectly with that. I've learned that even when I have pains, I don't have to be one.
Ooh.
You run into 100 assholes in a day, take a look in the mirror,
That's true.
see who the real one is. But yeah, it's you can be going through something, but you don't have to make everyone else around you go through it as well.
Yeah,
like, there are going to be times where life sucks and you have to deal with it, but a lot of the times you're carrying just BS that doesn't need to be supported by everyone else.
Yeah. What I like what you're saying there is it's kind of knowing when to prioritize your pressure points. And it's tough because we all have anxieties. We all have things that bother us. I'm not saying don't have anxiety. I'm saying learn how to prioritize it. And sometimes for me, I have to compartmentalize it, because otherwise those things will just bubble up into situations that this person has nothing to do with just what happened yesterday in a different department or with a different project. And if they're just, hey, we're just doing this, or we're fumbling through something, and you're just pissed and you're angry, it's just like you're not helping anybody.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think this is a very convicting quote of just, you don't always have to bring your shit into other people's lives. And sometimes looping it all back together, being courageous enough to protect others from your garbage is a task in and of itself. It takes a lot of emotional fortitude, but is important. I'm not saying you can't be transparent. A couple key friends you have to be really honest with and say, look, man, I'm struggling. I'm falling apart here. I'm under too much weight. And those are the people who can say, well, talk to me, or let's go do something, or let's let it out. So you don't have to project it to everyone. But if you're carrying it around and just dropping it into other people's worlds, it's not helping anything.
Definitely. Yeah. It's not that you have to hold on to that burden forever, or, it's just there are time and places. You can even say, like you said earlier, I'll take that into consideration right now, but give me a second. Like, just take a step back if you're feeling some kind of way, like you woke up late, you couldn't pack your lunch, now it's raining outside, there was bad traffic, you stepped in a puddle, like all these things, and then you get into work and you're just in a bad mood. Like, don't bring that on everyone else, and then you're just complaining all day, bringing this negativity to everyone. Yeah. But if there's stuff going on, at some point be like, hey man, can we talk? I got some stuff I need to run through here and, figure it out. But yeah, it's just keep, there's a workflow and stuff around that, there's a balance.
Yeah. And that kind of leads me, I think, to this last quote here, that all these quotes and this last one were said by Maya Angelou, the great American poet and writer. She passed away in 2014, but she was one of our nation's, I think, wisest women while she was here with us. I mean, she wrote plays, books of poetry, essays, a couple autobiographies, which have been the subject of TV shows and documentaries. She was a writer for over 50 years. And again, I think one of the great voices of this country, and always, I think, did it with a way, in a way that was really positive. And this last quote, I get chills when I read it, but she said, "This is a wonderful day. I have never seen this one before." And so I want to say to anybody out there who's struggling or having a hard time, this day is a gift, and tomorrow, should we all have it and get to enjoy it, is also a gift. So this is a wonderful day. I have never seen this one before.
That's deep. That is really deep. And that's also something I've been thinking about. Just lucky. We're lucky to be alive and not be in positions where we're in America. Like, let's be honest, has it way better than a lot of other places. And just the position that we're in, friends that we have, there's so many opportunities before us, and life really is what you make of it. So you can be mopey, you can be sad, or, try something new, go outside, go for a walk, and it just feels good. I don't know.
Yeah.
But you can be going through the same thing. So I feel this is almost like, hey, change your life up too. Like, try something new in a way. Mm-hmm. You can go through the same, like, there's those just montages of, you could play back the last 20 years of someone. It's the same thing every day, unless they choose to, be bright about it and view it differently, I guess.
I mean, I just think the one thing I love about this quote is how much she has written and how eloquent she is. And she just summed up one perfect lesson in under 12 words.
Yeah.
Like, that's amazing.
I've heard this said in different ways in different contexts, and I just think it's a really beautiful thing to sometimes just pause, not worry about tomorrow, and just worry about today. So I really appreciated that quote, and I think might be the ultimate courage of just being able to look at where you're at and be thankful to just be breathing. So I know she lived a really full life and shared a lot of that just through her writing with us, and it's going to be here for ages to come. So that was Don't Quote Me on This with Maya Angelou. All that is really important, but do you know what else is important? Putting stuff places. It can be a hard thing to figure out. 1 minute it's on the table, the next it's in a drawer, then in a closet, and pretty soon it's lost somewhere obvious, like right in your hand. Losing pens, chapstick, buy one, get one coupons, or even your favorite Pez dispenser can be the absolute worst. Well, seek and ye shall find. Find Forget-Me-Not GPS system, that is. FMN GPS uses small locators the size of a fly to create a triangulation network that helps you keep all of your most valuable invaluables locked on target. Simply stick a locator on that little scrap of sentimental paper you have tucked in your pocket, create a label in your user profile, and then when you need it, you can go find whatever you're looking for straight from your phone with the FMN GPS app. Go to FMN GPS website today and and at checkout use code VCPFMN-GPS to get another 200 locators in your first order for just another $2. This is not an actual product service idea, just in case you thought it was. It's not. If there's something out there with the same name, we are unaware and have no affiliation, offer no judgment on the actual product, service, or idea.
All right, you know what time it is. It's Buzzkill time. That's what's next. Every time you hear the we're moving on. Now, we're going to shake things up a bit and give these guys all kinds of topics. He's locked in.
We're locked.
I'm going crazy on this
locked in.
Now
What's
it's
next?
locked in. Do you know what's next? Your subject is going to the movies.
Never done it. Not once. No, movies, it's a special time. It's a special time in the dark. It's a great place to nap. That's all I got to say about that.
Were you ever the kind of guy who's like, doing the reacher over, like, hey, girl, like,
I said, hey,
guy.
yeah. I said, let's count shoulders. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then
5.
I said, you got any more milk duds?
Going to the movie theater is great. It can't die. Like, I know it'll make it slow down. It might diminish, whatever, but it's never going to go away fully. It's such a unique experience. And this, I'm going to be honest, this last Oscars batch really reminded me of that going to the movie theaters is special. I watched a couple of them on the small screen, and it just wasn't the same. I can't recommend it enough to anybody listening out there. Everything Everywhere All at Once. If you can go see it in the movie theater anytime in your life, it's worth it. That movie, everything from the sound design to the visuals. Are you a popcorn guy? You're a big popcorn.
I like popcorn. It's good. You get stuck in your teeth. It's nice. And it gives you something to focus on during the movie.
More important things.
Yeah.
Are you a savory or sweet popcorn guy?
That's a tough one. That's a tough one. I like a little mix of both. A little handful that has everything in it.
Do you like that crazy mix where it's cheddar popcorn and caramel popcorn?
Yes.
Oh,
it's disgustingly good somehow.
Yeah, it's like, put it in my mouth.
Yeah. Maybe throw a little plain in there for the mundane. And
You're just in like you're 5 rows up from the screen. It's like in a quiet scene. And put it in my mouth.
Oh. Delicious.
Your subject is Napoleon.
He was
That boy could dance.
yeah, he could dance, man.
Yeah.
It was good pizza,
Yeah.
pizza brand.
Yeah. That was probably one of my favorite movies in high school, Napoleon Dynamite. There's something special about it. Just that high school story.
Yeah.
And watched it probably 50 times. It's so good.
Yeah, it's a beamer of a film. Spoke to a generation, for sure.
No
Napoleon.
complexes at all.
No complexes here.
No.
Straight story, straight to the point.
How tall was he? I gotta look up. How tall was Napoleon?
We're all dying. We don't want to make any short jokes here, but
I thought you were gonna carry a little more than that.
no. Keep carrying. The hat added another 5 inches.
Okay.
Look that up. With the
5'6". That's not that short. I mean, okay. I've been in a lot of houses that were built like in the early 1900s. I'm bumping my head everywhere. So I think just people 100 years ago, 200 years ago, 300 years ago, they were just shorter in general. I don't think he was that short. Okay, come on.
It took a while for the tall people to like blend into the bloodlines and just, you could see them and everyone was just like, that's probably why people are taller now, because back then the short people couldn't see the other short people over bushes and walls and hedges and stuff. But then the tall guy walks by and the short ladies are like, ooh. And so just natural selection takes over from there. And then we add another 6 inches over 200 years.
Yeah. Look, Maximilian Robespierre, 5'3". No one's talking about his height.
See, he was too short. He was too short to be noticed.
He flew under the radar on that one.
Yeah, I mean, drew the short straw on that.
Yeah.
Whew, saved by the bell. Your subject is Call of Duty.
COD, you play COD, you COD.
You fragging? Top frag? You king of the hill? King of the Castle, King Slayer McNair, the top cheese, head honcho out there, King of the Hill, Mountain Man. I can't make up anymore.
No, I'm more of a Napoleon when it comes to COD.
Take over everything.
Yeah. No, I caught. That's not a thing, right? You're not. That,
No, you don't
I
think
just
you say it. That's a fishing thing. Getting the fishies.
Do you even COD, bro? You go down to the lake and you COD, bro?
I was always a Counter-Strike guy until recently, like played on the computer with friends. Just like, okay, I guess I'll get Call of Duty, but it was not until recently.
It's such a pressure point. Like, it's so releasing to me. I know it's so funny because my wife just goes, "How are you relaxing by playing this? Like, it's so violent and raw." And I'm just like, it's just all the things I want to do, but I can't because of laws and stuff.
Yeah, it's cathartic right here. Do you want to be one of them?
Yeah.
No, let me play my games right now. Okay, stop chatting in my ear.
No, I get it. It's fun. I don't. Do you play public games with like the audio on, the chat on with people?
Your subject is life hacks.
Is this a rewind of Buzzkill?
I don't believe in cheating. I go straight to the point. I do all my work for myself, and I do it honestly.
You have to. You gotta take ownership. You gotta have the courage to take ownership in your life.
It's mostly because I feel like I don't have enough time to watch those life hack videos, and then half of them are just like, look, I took this cap off this mustard and I flipped it upside down. I plugged it back into the mustard, and now it comes out more as like a flat line rather than a stream. You can just really cover that hot dog. Like, who cares?
Who cares? I could have eaten the hot dog 3 times by now before doing that. But I guess supposedly, if you take the time to set it up, you're saving more time in the long run over a year even. Let's see. I'm looking at some life hacks now, and one of them's using your sunglasses as a phone holder. You flip your sunglasses upside down. This is the future of life hacks.
The one
makes your life so much better.
The one that I actually like and that I learned was the toothpaste cap, where it has the pointy cone in it, and you unscrew it, turn it upside down, you pop the seal, and then you screw it back on. That is those tubes, the medical tubes, the toothpaste tubes. I actually like that.
But that's what
your subject is karate.
That's not a life hack. That's just what its intended use, which is karate. It's
it's to chop people down to size.
That's something that you want to know. You want to have it in your back pocket, but you don't ever want to have to use it. That's what karate's all about.
Karate,
yeah, Mr. Miyagi. What are the 2 things that Miyagi knows?
Catching flies.
No, fishing and karate.
Catching flies.
And catching flies. Crane kicks. Drum.
Wax on,
waxing on, waxing off.
Your subject is exterminators.
Go ahead with this one.
Yeah, well, Larry the Cable Guy. No, what's Ernie? Ernie the Turtle
Larry
Man.
the Cable Guy exterminating our guts.
You see Turtle Man on with a TLC or Animal Planet? Yeah, he's like goes into these like farms and stuff, and like just get these like possums or raccoons by the leg or tail or something, grabbing them.
I just want to see like the HBO version of this turtle guy, right? And he just goes in with a club and just on camera just destroying animals. Just because it's just like, oh, we're gonna relocate this guy. Did you cut? Okay.
And he would do these jobs, and they'd be like, "Oh, I don't got money." And then he's like, "Well, what you got for dinner?" And like they give him like some cornbread and gumbo. It's like, "Yeah, this is great." And they're like, "Well, look at this! I got a jar of molasses too."
Goes back to his trailer, and I'm talking about like the show trailer, not his house. Then he goes back to his mansion on wheels.
Yeah, no, that guy was good. He was entertaining.
It's amazing. I would love. You don't get to pick it. You just happen to be in the right place at the right time. You're an exterminator. You're killing shit, and somebody's like, "Hey, my cousin makes TV. You want to make TV with my cousin?" And they're like, "Yeah, what I gotta do is be yourself."
Yeah.
What an easy job. What an easy job application that was. Do you have any criminal record, and are you on drugs? No, you're in.
Yes. No. Wait, no. Yeah. Which one? Which one was the drugs?
Are you on drugs?
Is moonshine a drug?
No. Say no. No. All right, you're in.
You got it. Yeah, that guy's a character. You'll find a lot.
Your subject is saving change.
Do you save change?
I was like, wait, is this the latest K-pop band? Like, what is this?
I'm a coin collector, like a small degree coin collector.
What do you think about the flipping of Washington's head? What do you think about that?
Oh, no. Him facing the current way that he's facing, which is the proper way to be facing, is the only way he should be facing.
Which way is that?
It's the proper way. I've already discussed this with you.
But I mean, is it to the left or to the right?
It's the way he should be looking, you know? It's the only correct way.
Coming or going?
Exactly. Whichever way he needs
Always
to be.
coming.
Yes. Depending on what side of the coin you're on, you know?
Your subject is Keanu Reeves.
Put him on the nickel.
Yeah, everyone knows he's looking to the left.
Keanu is always looking to the left.
Yeah. He's not, you watch any Keanu Reeves movie, he never looks to the right.
He's the NASCAR actor.
This is facts.
He's always go to the left. I'm going to exit left, right? No, Keanu, we need you to go right for continuity. So to the left, right? No, if you go to the right, it's going to just completely ruin the whole scene. Okay.
Three lefts makes it right. What's your favorite Keanu Reeves movie?
Oh.
The Replacements, I know. Okay, sorry. What's your second favorite Keanu Reeves movie? Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Okay, I mean, what's your third favorite Keanu Reeves movie?
I really like...
You're a Constantine guy. I know it. I can just tell.
Point Break.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense.
Speed.
I don't think that holds up today.
Speed?
Yeah.
I guess. I mean, you like it for the time capsule that it is.
I suppose. Sandra Bullock being whiny for 90 minutes.
Hey, whoa. She was about to die. I'd be one
That's
too.
true. That's true. Jammy John Wicks.
Your subject is airports and airline travel.
Gotta get them points. Gold status.
You put everything on a card and then transfer it over. Convert it. Is that what you do?
He's like, what's a conveyor belt? What's a luggage conveyor? Like, what is this thing you call takeoff?
Wait, hold on a second. We're flying now? What?
Last I saw is those two brothers in a plane that was made of newspapers and kindling wood.
I thought we were just doing everything by balloons. Isn't that all? It's all in the news now. We got balloons flying.
Honestly, airports, it's rocky. It's rocky these days.
I heard some crazy story that they were going from like Maryland to Raleigh, North Carolina or something, it was like 75-minute flight, and something started happening where they couldn't land because it was like bad weather, and then they were flying for like 9 hours, which that would be, I think they were flying for like 5 hours, and then they got into the terminal. They finally were able to land somewhere else, and then they were on the tarmac for like 4 hours just in the plane because they couldn't. To me, that's ludicrous. Just let me off this goddamn plane. I don't care.
Yeah. I'm going to take my keys and punch a hole in this window. Then you'll really be able to take off. That flight that fell out of the sky. Did you hear about that last week?
No.
It was out over the Pacific Ocean, and essentially it just they all the air pressure, they hit an air pressure pocket, and there was nothing, and just falling, and they pulled out of the I don't know if it was a diver just falling. They pulled out with 100 some feet left before they hit the water. It was, I couldn't imagine. I mean, you're falling for a good 90 seconds, and you just know what's happening.
I bet that was the co-pilot just egging on the pilot. I bet you can't go under 500 feet of altitude. Watch this. Check this shit out.
20,000 feet to 500.
Your subject is going on a Friday night in high school.
That was the coolest thing. Go to a football game, get a cup of hot cocoa, talk to some honeys. Not really. I was too much of a pussy.
Up to the hot cocoa was real.
Yeah.
And then it's all fake from there.
Yeah, exactly.
I really I did the football thing a couple times. Quaker steak and lube, hitting that up,
yeah,
for some wings.
Mine was, I didn't go to many football games, but mine was, hey, let me know when you guys are done with the football game, and then going to my buddy's house. He lived like behind the high school, so like they walked through the woods, and we'd have fires over there. That was my high school. It was cool.
Bonfires, yeah. Fires are always good for high school Friday nights.
Yeah.
No, I liked it. I mean, good memories. I wasn't too active. I didn't sneak out a lot or anything like that. I was boring as a kid. I made up for it in college in my 20s.
I didn't make up for it ever.
Your subject is card tricks.
I could blow your mind with some stuff if I had a deck of cards right now. Popping aces out to the top of the deck, flinging aces, spades right in your eyeball. Like, you don't even know
Okay,
what these
cool.
hands can do.
I always like the people who like flip them around, like do the cool like, and like they're holding like cards that far apart, and they're all just corner to corner somehow touching. That I like that stuff.
It's magic. You know, when you're not doing anything on Friday nights in high school, what are you doing? You're practicing card tricks. You think they're cool.
Well, hey, for those days you're gonna be out with the honeys. Like, when I see a card trick.
Yeah. Nah, it only worked once. Almost worked once, and I was, again, too much of a pussy. I said, pick a card, any card. And I was like, 5 of clubs, and she pulls out the 5 of clubs. I was like, damn, got it. I could have had it in that moment, but no.
That was the 123rd girl you tried,
Right.
just guessing whatever card she's going to pull.
52nd, okay. It worked 1 out of 52 tries.
Yeah, it was the last card in your hand. Pick a card, any card. It's just 1 card, or it's 2 cards. It's and they're both 5 of clubs. You just stack the deck.
It's a pretty sweet trick.
Yeah.
And when it works. It doesn't work all the time.
And what happened? You just didn't follow up with it?
Yeah.
You said nice and walked away?
Basically.
Your subject is horseback riding.
I've only rode on it
Bareback.
once. You bareback it?
Bareback.
Oh, your
it all
balls,
the time.
buddy.
You've only been once
Yeah.
on the beach?
No. Through the woods?
Through the woods.
Yeah.
Save
Save a horse, ride a cowboy.
That's right. That's right. Horses are funny, man. They don't, I don't know if I'm bow-legged or what. They don't like me.
You're pushing into their sides too much.
Yeah. They're like, what's this bony ass little guy doing on my back?
They gave me the Wiley one. They're like, can you handle it? I said, I can handle it. I can handle this.
They're like, you look like a
mare."
Joker.
Yeah.
You're riding Joker.
Yeah. I got her under control, she nibble a little bit. I was like, all right, we're done nibbling. Let's get back on track.
The handlers like walk up to, what's her name?
I don't know.
America?
Or something.
Yeah. Thumper?
Buttercup. I don't know.
Thumper. We'll call her Thumper.
Yeah,
Walk
that
up,
works.
all right, Thumper. I want you to give this guy a hard time for about 20 minutes, then settle down, make him feel like a man, and then just cruise back into the shop, all right? I'll get another $20, buy you some alfalfa. It'd be a great night on Friday.
That's basically probably what it was.
Your subject is Bond. James Bond.
Boned.
That's brilliant. How come we haven't ever made that parody?
It's something you just don't touch, It's too respectful.
Too sacred, I get
Yeah.
it. No, James Bond, I've started to drink martinis, and but I don't order them shaken, not stirred. That's just pretentious.
You like stirring it?
No, I'm just not going to order it shaken, not. I'm not going to be like, oh,
You're not
can I
gonna
have
say
a very wet martini shaken, not
They
stirred?
can I get a martini, and then they start shaking it, and you're like, whoa, 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 whoa.
Who do you think you are? Dude, I just want to order a martini. I want a dirty martini shaken up.
Shake it like a baby. Like, whoa, hey now.
Fine, stirred like a baby. Okay, fine. And then, just like put the olives in there. I want 2 olives.
So martini's gin, right? Or is it a vodka, gin?
Yeah, the way I guess I heard it is like you say which alcohol first. So you go gin, martini, and then like you typically say if you want vermouth or not. If you want it dry, it's less. If you want it wet, it's more vermouth. And then dirty means you want the olive juice or not. And then you tell them what brand you want. I typically do the brand at the end.
Okay.
Because if you're just like Bombay gin martini with the 2 olives, dirty, shaken, not stirred, wet, in a glass, tumbler, 2 ices, whatever. Straight up. Like, I don't know.
We did some There was some rewinds in there. I know that for sure.
Listen, man, it's all the monolist, okay?
Okay.
Busted.
No, busted.
What's next?
I just want to. Are you sick and tired of not having a place to put your inkwell in public? I sure am. Do you get anxiety because you don't have an in shelf and out shelf to place your papers when you're on a vacation? I sure get anxiety. Do you need something just to take a nice little lean on when you're waiting in line at the movies? I sure do. Then you will love DeskBot. Wow, DeskBot is the latest tech in AI coupled with a robotic system that would make Elon Musk envious. DeskBot is a desk on legs that follows you around and caters to any office-like urges you may have in public. DeskBot comes with features like Translate, only available in Norway and Finnish, password protection file drawers, so as long as your password is fishy209, all lowercase, I'm a llama, 6, all lowercase, or 1234, and Shoe Shiner, currently only servicing blue suede shoes. If you need a little buddy like DeskBot in your public life, call our hotline and open with I like the bot for a 42.5% discount. This is not an actual product, service, or idea. Just in case you thought it was, it's not. If there is something out there with the same name, we're unaware, have no affiliation, and offer no judgment on the actual product, service, or idea.
I wish that was a product.
That'd be amazing. I finally get my blue suede shoes polished. All right, let's move into this our last segment here, our last main segment. What do you think it means? Are you ready for
I have
this
no
one?
idea.
You ready for this one? Caruncle. You ready for that Caruncle? What do you think Caruncle means?
This is an amalgamy pitch in baseball that they only threw in the 1930s through 1952. And it's a combination of a curveball, a knuckleball, and an underball. It was before they really realized that pitching overhand is way more masculine. And yeah, that's what I think it is, a Caruncle.
Yeah, I wouldn't hit it.
Yeah. No, I'm going to differ from my colleague over here because I believe it's Caruncle in time at the WWE Smashdown, and I'm bringing the Caruncle to you because I'm bringing the pain, and I'm bringing the Caruncle to you and you and you. And yeah, it's a move in wrestling. Yep.
Nice. Type of beatdown in wrestling. I like it. Dang, that's got to be what it is.
I'm going to hit you with the Caruncle.
All right, let's break down the word Caruncle. Car and uncle. So let's break down those words for you real quick. Car,
How did we miss that?
It's a four-wheeled road vehicle powered by an engine, able to carry a small number of people. That's what a car is. An uncle, the brother of one's father or mother, or the husband of one's aunt. And here's an archaic definition of uncle: a pawnbroker. And these have nothing to do with what Caruncle means.
Because I was going to guess. All right, so this is the car that you inherit on your 17th birthday from your uncle that is with your mom who divorced your dad 3 years ago. That's a Caruncle.
He's a pawn. You pawned off some car.
But he wouldn't give it to you because they're divorced, so he sold it to you from his pawn shop.
That's a good guess. Good guess. But yeah, car and uncle have nothing to do with this. So let's see. First known origin use. This is Latin. First known use, 1615. Back. Are you ready for this? Caruncula. Yeah, I thought you guys would get a kick out of Caruncula. it's like you take. So this was Dracula's like cousin or brother or something.
Probably his uncle.
Yeah, his uncle.
It was his uncle that got divorced from his sister's sister. And yeah.
So it's
sister's sister.
It's like Dracula's going like, "Where's our uncle at?" And it's like some weird Bill ripoff. He's just like, I'm over here. I'm sucking on the blood.
Caruncula, come over here.
Caruncula.
I want to suck the gas out of your tank.
So Caruncula is based off of the Latin word caro, or flesh.
Okay.
Caruncula is?
Yes.
Could this be like a Harry Potter spell? Like Carunculus!
Yeah.
What does it do? What does it do?
It just immediately drops all of your skin off your body.
Oh,
So
God.
Your
But
flesh.
you're just instantly a skeleton.
Okay, so this is from the video game. It wouldn't make it into the PG-13 movie.
No.
Not yet. Next rendition. What do you guys with the clue of flesh or caro being the originating word? What do you think caruncle means?
This is
You're onto it. You're onto it.
a pawnbroker who sells day-old meats from the butcher shop.
You're not onto it.
He's gone.
You're going. You're going. No. If it's flesh, I'm thinking there's a in it, so it's got like knuckles to it. So and a cr there's a there's a C and an R, so that reminds me of crinkle. So that reminds me when you got the little ripples in your skin by your knuckles, you got a caruncula or carunculus. Or if you had like a little fat baby, and they got the little skin meat storage zones, the little crinkle flaps.
Meat storage zones. Yeah, I forgot that part of the baby.
Dude, they got little meaty legs. And you can put like
For later. They save it for later.
Yeah, you can put like a little change and macaroni in there. Yeah, like caruncula. It's a wrinkle in the skin.
Yeah.
Of babies.
I like
A
that.
caruncula.
You guys are getting somehow closer.
Which one?
I think both of them.
Combined.
Yeah,
Combined. Together.
combined.
Together.
All right.
It's a butcher shop
It's close.
that only harvests babies' meat zones.
All right, I'm going to give you the taxonomy of caruncles.
Oh gosh.
So, caruncles are carnosities. Okay, you got that? Often of bright colors such as red, blue, yellow, or white. And I'm going to give you the function of a caruncle. Caruncles are also ornamental elements used by males to attract females for breeding. Having large caruncles or colorful bright ones indicates high levels of testosterone, showing the good quality of their genes.
I got some caruncles.
Got
Yeah.
some serious quality denims.
I do like you guys caruncles.
You like my caruncles?
I like your caruncles.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Nice caruncles.
We're close. Luke and I, we're close friends. Very
We touch
close.
each other's caruncles from now and then.
Do you really?
Yeah. Yeah, what's next? got any final guesses here?
Caruncles. Like a blue, yellow, or green, and that means flesh. I was gonna say something about the eyes, but if it's flesh, because you got blue eyes. You got blue eyes? No, you got like green eyes. Something.
Green, blue. But
Yeah.
what were the colors you said again?
What do you color?
Red, blue, yellow, or white?
You got red eyes around here?
Red.
Well,
Yeah, it can't be red.
only on Friday nights at the football games.
Yeah.
You're gonna have red nails. Maybe paint your nails. That's around your skin. It's right
Caruncles?
around your knuckles too.
I think caruncles are another name for varicose veins in the legs that people get as they get older, or they're, putting on a little bit more flesh down there.
Yeah, they start looking weird colors.
Yellow, red, blue.
Yeah, they're gross.
Yeah, caruncles are veins on the leg, or I'll just double down. Caruncles are butcher shops that harvest meat zones off of
Meat zones, yeah.
exotic animals.
Yeah. I like that's you're right there.
Testosterone meat zones.
Yeah. DJ, what's next? You got to guess?
Nope.
Nope. All right. All right. So these caruncles, I'm talking about birds, obviously.
Oh,
So
Males.
they got the goblets, the gizzards, and not the gizzard, but all the waddles. Let's see. Let me find all those words in here.
do turn blue.
The waddles. God, where do they all go? Oh, the combs, the snoods, the earlobes, the dewlaps, all that good stuff. So a caruncle is a naked, fleshy outgrowth.
Oh.
naked, fleshy outgrowth.
So,
You know all about those, don't you?
This
Yeah.
kind of thing.
so mostly birds, like the male birds, you got all like the rooster stuff, the gobbler, all that good stuff. The head looks like a nutsack. Like that's the caruncle. Like that's all those are caruncles.
All of it together, cumulatively, that's the caruncle.
They are caruncles. Like,
Oh, so
they
anything. Okay.
Because some of
Yeah.
them have like ones on the top. We had a turkey at the farm when I was growing up. We called him Bob. We called him Bob Gobbler. Shout out Stewart Family Farm. But his would turn, it would be like red and it would turn yellow. And then like when he was spooked or getting weird, it would turn white blue, and it looked like a flesh-eating demon. Just like he had a big old on the bottom, like a little gobbler Johnny, and then his like one on his head would turn all funky colors.
That's the testosterone, baby.
Yeah, dude.
So all
like,
those are caruncles.
Yeah.
breeding, yeah.
So
I'm breeding.
the way I found this is that right here, zoom in, come here. This little triangle right here in the eye, that is a caruncle. And that's how I found this word caruncle, and I looked into it.
We have caruncles?
We have caruncles. We got a lot of caruncles. We got mouth caruncles. We got butt caruncles. Urethral caruncles and all that good stuff.
I hope you don't have butt.
I got a caruncle I probably need to see a doctor about.
Yeah. But yeah, the little like fleshy triangle part of your eye, that's a caruncle.
That's the little part that gathers like the crusties in the
Yeah.
way.
Your caruncle catcher.
I told you meat storage areas, man.
The meat zone.
What's your occupation? I'm a caruncle catcher.
Oh.
See a catcher that pitches in the
You're right
baseball
there.
games? Boom, I
Underhand,
told you.
yeah.
Underhand.
You got sublingual caruncles under the tongue. That's something that the dentist might look for.
Wow.
Yeah. But yeah, mostly birds in identifying birds and all that stuff is kind of the main use. There's some stuff with seeds and things that are caruncles, but mainly it's a fleshy patch of flesh.
Is that like your weenus? Is your weenus a caruncle?
No, it has to be.
That's part of you.
That's the skin. So it's got it's
That's
like
a good thing.
reddish. And
The weenus is good.
it's got to look like a nutsack.
If it don't look like a nut, it ain't a nut.
But yeah, that's all it is.
Wow, caruncles. How use it in a sentence?
Look at my caruncles.
Days caruncles.
Don't be a hero, mate. You look after your mates, and your mates will always look after you. Yeah, cheers.
All right, we're heading into Aussie News segment that we do on every episode of the Velocity Chaos podcast. This week, checking in the land down under, Elvis Ducksley found in the sewage pond is my headline for the article. Essentially, this duck breed that has not been seen in Australia, in Central Australia, for like 120 years, just popped up in a random sewage pond in Alice Springs. The bulky musk duck was swimming around, paddling around, having a good time in this pond. All these naturalists, all these ornithologists flipped out. One of them saying, in terms of bird watching, this is like Beyonce, Prince, and Elvis have all turned up at one single time.
That's incredible.
Ornithologists are very serious about their feathered friends. These people, it's like celebrity sightings.
I'm looking at this one's caruncle right here. That's a nice caruncle.
That thing is serious.
These musky ducks have some carunks, man.
Thing's got its own area code, man.
Dude, look at this thing. Look at DJ. You seen this? Look at this
Yeah, look at
caruncle.
that caruncle.
Yeah, dude, he's got a flat top going on. Big old caruncle.
That's a handsome duck. I'm not gonna lie
man.
to you. Some ducks are just like cool. Mallards are pretty because of the gold or the emerald, and like, but these guys look
One's got
tough
some
as-
testosterone.
yeah. The caruncles. So yeah, 19th century, like they just kind of lost track of these ducks. They thought they were extinct from the area, and I guess one decided to move back into the neighborhood and reestablish their authority, their dominance through their caruncles. You're gonna take this caruncle and you're gonna like it. And that's it. That's really it. They look like little gray submarines. They are very low in the water, which is cool. And but it's exciting for naturalists. I always think it's good for them because, you know, seeing a species come back to an area, it provides a little bit of hope. The sad thing is that there's really some of the natural water features in the area have been depleted or changed or polluted. So these ducks want to move back, but they got to swim around in shit, essentially.
Yeah, I think the kids nowadays, I think why they're floating so low, because I noticed that in the picture, they got a lot of cake.
They got that cake, bro. Yeah, dude. They're certain their
lots of cake.
dominance, man.
Yeah.
Ass heavy.
Yeah. Anyway, the musky ducks, the musk ducks, the bulky musk duck is back in that area of Alice Springs, and a lot of people are all jazzed up about it.
Nice.
They're going loony for it, if you will.
That just goes to show you that in life, you know, you could be lost, you could be gone, and no one can remember you, and you show up when you have the courage to show up. You show up when, you know, you've gone through your pains and you said, I'm going to bring some joy into this atmosphere. I'm going to be a role model for someone who's not looking, because I know everyone is watching. It's a beautiful day out there. I'm going to make this day my own, and I'm going to learn some karate. I'm going to tag team with Keanu Reeves, Caruncles some fools. It's time to save the change, and the change is the card tricks on horsebacks, because James Bond, he doesn't need magic tricks to score. He doesn't need that life hack. It doesn't work, okay? I'm telling you right now from personal experience. When there's two dudes on you, one coming up from top and then a third one coming in from behind, you got to call your bros and be like, we got Napoleon these fools here, because I am just getting wrecked in this Call of Duty match. I need an exterminator right now, because there's just way too many Caruncles out there. All right, let's head into recommendation station. What? Yes, it's that part of the show. I am giving you guys a sweet recommendation, and not sweet as in you can taste it, but sweet as in is very useful. Fast Orange hand cleaner, and the soap. Oh my God, is that stuff useful? When you got grease on your hands, paint, anything, that stuff. It's a pumice soap lotion mixed with aloe, glycerin, all that other good stuff for your skin. But it's like a natural in some ways, but it's so good at cleaning the schmutz off your fingers.
Oh, dude, I love that stuff. Working in the garage every day. Just give me that gritty soap.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the stuff with a little bit of grit in it.
Yeah.
Are there soaps out there that also warm like your hands while you're doing it? I don't know. My dad used to get all chapped in the wintertime being a FedEx driver, so like he just had cool stuff like that.
Lotion.
Yeah, lotion.
Lotion with the aloe in it. But yeah.
Does it smell like oranges?
Yeah.
Okay, then I've used that.
Yeah.
I've used that one. Yep.
Yeah.
Hand soap.
Yeah, if you're out there working on your car or something, or bike, or some mechanical stuff, you got grease or anything, this stuff will get it off. It'll be scrubbing. It's not as much scrubbing if you're just using some Dawn dish soap or whatever, St. Ivory or whatever.
How'd you know how my house works?
Zest body wash. It's not. Get the Fast Orange, okay?
Can you use this on your Caruncles?
I would recommend highly against it.
Might be a little abrasive. Yeah. Well, does that do it for your recommendation? Yeah. Consider it recommended. Guys, it's been a great show. I want to just send you guys off with a nice recommendation of DJ What's Next.
What's next?
DJ What's Next.
Oh, we found out. Okay. Well, hey, I'm glad I got to lead you through that little bit of one thing to the other. So thanks for having me out this week, guys.
We absolutely appreciate you being here. Hope whatever's next for you is great, and we'll be there cheering you on. Guys, have a great week. Remember, we've never had a better show than today. Just kidding. We've had a better show. No, it's been fun. This is a wonderful day. If you have never seen it before, it could be just as wonderful as the last one. And we'll see you on the next episode. This is Nick signing off.
And this is Luke signing off. Thank you, guys. Be sure to hit us in the comments. Let's see you in the comments. Thank you, guys, all. And like Nick just said, and like we always say, this is a wonderful day. I've never seen this one before. Have a good one. Thank you for tuning in to the Velocity Chaos Podcast. We upload new episodes every Monday and Thursday. Be sure to subscribe and rate us on iTunes, Spotify, or your podcast platform of choice. Interact with us on Instagram at Velocity Chaos Pod or on Facebook and YouTube at Velocity Chaos Podcast. We are grateful for your time and hope you enjoyed it here. Please tell a friend, and thank you once again.